Hey Maria, this is Logan, First Step Home Inspectors. I'm gonna go over your report here a little bit. Overall, the house looks to be in really good condition, especially for its age. There's a lot of things that can come up. I'll go over some of the major items first on the house. The foundation looks great. I didn't see any cracks along the stem wall, any issues inside. There was one area inside between the family room and the kitchen where the floor slopes a little bit. It looked like there used to be a wall right there.
That's what I was thinking too.
So there's a little bit of a transition there, but I think that just has to do with the previous wall there and not the actual foundation issue. Everything else looks great. So the roof looks really good overall. There's one spot on the back, kind of near the electrical service that comes in, where some of the shingles are missing. There's a little bit of damage there, it just needs replaced. The rest of the roof looks really good overall. The AC is on the roof as well. It's a 2017. It's in great condition. I had it running the whole time I was here.
It's like really cold in here too.
Yeah, so I cranked it all the way down. It was, I think I got it down to like 66 degrees and it was, I got cold, so I shut it off. So that's working great. As far as the electrical, some of it's original and some of it has been replaced. So there is some wiring in there that is older, and we make a note of that. We didn't see any issues with it. The other thing with the electrical is there isn't a main breaker to turn off all the power. That was pretty common back then. Now they require, it has to be 6 poles of breakers or less, and you have more than that.
Okay.
So that's something to look into, just so that if you quickly need to ever shut off the power, you can do it easily and efficiently. Throughout the house, the electrical looks good. You do have GFCIs in your bathrooms, in the kitchen. There is one in the kitchen that needs to be upgraded. It's close to a sink. And there's a couple other outlets throughout the house that are ungrounded outlets, which is typical for the age of the house. We just make a note of that. It's not really a serious issue, but just so you know. Let's see where I'm at here. As far as the plumbing, it looks like it is all copper. I did find some galvanized plumbing supply lines in the attic, which are older, and we typically recommend upgrading, but it looks like they've all been upgraded from what I can see. Sometimes they'll leave like the risers in the wall and still be galvanized, and so I can't know for sure if it's been replaced, but there was a lot of copper up there. I could tell it's been replaced. Along with that, the water heater is older. It's like a 2008, I believe. Everything looks good with that except for the, there's a TPR valve, which is a discharge line. If the temperature ever gets too high, it releases from that valve. It's supposed to be plumbed with copper, and right now it has a plastic line, so we recommend upgrading that.
Okay.
And being an older water heater, I'd probably just do it whenever you install a new water heater.
And was that like, I know like in the covered garage area there was like a door that had like a lock on it. Is that where it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was unlocked for me, so I was able to get to that.
Nice.
Which was good.
Yeah, we were wondering what like that area was, and I'm like, I think that's where the water heater is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. That's about all that's in there. It's not a very big area. Let's see where we're at here. Back on the outside of the house, looks to be in really good condition. They did a good job of remodeling and upgrading everything. There was one spot with a little bit of moisture damage close to the patio back here, but it's at the eave. It's nothing serious. You can just tell where they've painted over that little section.
Awesome.
In the attic, there's a little bit of moisture staining from, over the years. You're gonna get little leaks here and there once in a while, and it's the original plank for the roof. So it's super common. I took a couple pictures, but it's nothing to be worried about because the roof looks really good.
Okay. And I can't remember, was the roof, like, did it look like it was replaced, or is it the original roof?
It definitely looks replaced.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying the planks underneath, the actual wood is original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they've replaced the underlayment and the shingles themselves.
Nice.
I made a comment about the back door. You can see the seals are kind of falling.
Oh, yeah.
And that door is kind of foggy. That just means it's lost its seal. So you're gonna see, some moisture condensation can build up in there. You might see that in the other one as well over time because that seal is drooping as well.
Okay.
Pretty common to see, on an older door like that.
Right.
The rest of the windows worked great. There was one in the master bathroom. That privacy window has a little crack in it. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that. It's just on the outside pane of glass though, so you still have some protection there from the wind.
Okay.
Let's see. So a couple things inside. There is a little bit of a leak at a drain line in the kitchen. Looks like it'll be a simple fix. It's leaking a little bit though. The other thing is the hot and cold water are reversed at the sink. So your hot water is on the right side.
Okay.
And they did the same thing in the master bathroom as well. Let's see, it wasn't the master bathroom sink, sorry, it's the shower where it's reversed.
Okay.
So the hot's on the right, cold's on the left. Another thing in the kitchen, the oven, so I wasn't able to test. So they've changed the type of 220 plugs they use for these, and they still have the older plug in the wall, which is a 3-prong, and this is like a 4-prong. So I think they bought it and then realized, oh, it doesn't work, and they left it.
Okay.
So that'll need to be upgraded in order to get this oven to work.
Okay.
And then the same thing in the laundry room. It has the same plug actually. Let's see that one. So just make sure if you get, a dryer, that
Okay.
it's either a 3-prong or you upgrade it until to the newer type.
Okay.
While we're in here, this one vent doesn't have air supply. It looks like they've replaced most of the ductwork up there. This is not one they ran it to, but having it open without a door to the laundry, it still feels really good in here.
Okay.
It kept cool.
Nice.
It's such a small space, didn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah.
Another thing with the bathrooms and the kitchen, they use flexible drain line, which we recommend just upgrading to a regular straight line. You can see here, things can get caught up in these little corrugations and
Okay.
cause the sink to clog up. So I just recommend replacing that. Sorry, we're bouncing around a little bit.
No, it's okay.
So another thing in the master bathroom, the toilet's a little loose on the floor. It's not too bad, it just needs tightened down. And then there's a little bit of drywall damage close to the shower just from water leaking out and getting on it. It's just a little bit soft. And then in the hallway bathroom, we recommend regrouting. There's some cracks in the grout around the shower surround. That should just be closed up so the water's not getting through that wall. And then the toilet in that bathroom doesn't flush completely. It flushes and then it swirls and it doesn't completely take all the water out. It starts to refill, so you just kind of see the water spinning. So it is flushing, but not the way you'd see a toilet generally flush, if that makes any sense.
Right. So maybe like replacing it probably down the road.
It could be, yeah. It could be something with the seals in there. It's really simple. I'm not exactly sure. I tried a couple different ways of, you know, holding the handle down and stuff, and it still did the same thing.
Okay.
And then, let's see, the kitchen, and then I think one of the bathrooms I just called out. Some cabinetry being loose. They saying they're completely tight.
Yeah, we had noticed that.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, it was. Most of it looks pretty good. It's just a couple doors here and there. And I think that about covers it.
Oh, it's really not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for an older house. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. They did a really good job, I think, on the